greetings, bleepers, adventurers, and anybody else that might be having the right old squiz. Right, okay then, so today I'm going to do something special with my friend Bruce, who works, is a volunteer at Dover Castle. So he has been kind enough to show me around the magnificent beast which sits upon the hill above Dover. And he can get us into all sorts of awesome little secret places which aren't open to the public all the time. And he's very well versed concerning this place as well. He knows a lot about the castle, so we're going to learn something here. And there's also just really interesting graffiti from the prisons when it was used as a prison, and all other stuff which is just really fascinating that you might well be interested in. Shall we have a look? Come on, let's go and have a look.
This was the original entrance to the castle up until 1226, when the French stormed the main, what's known as Norfolk Tower now, the main tower. They managed to smash through the tower, but the defenders were able to barricade it and press them back and save the castle. The main entrance was sealed up tight. It's thick as a brick. They built the Napoleonic casemates in front of it, and this was bricked off and stairs added.
So it's behind there?
Behind there it was the main entrance to Dover Castle.
You can see, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you would arrive, the king would get off his horse and walk in. All the people would be genuflecting and throwing rose petals in front of him, things like that. So you get through here. Notice there's no direct way in, so they couldn't just get in here with a battering ram and go straight in. Dog-leg protection. Protected from above. Anyone attacking got through this doorway, they could be shot from above.
You wouldn't stand a chance. I mean, if I was attacking this place from here, and you've got archers up here, you've probably got archers above, archers there, there's no clear place to attack. And you've got a couple of windows there, they might not have been there. There's no slot holes to attack, so you've got to run from here to there, haven't you? Sorry. You've got to run from here to there.
Yeah.
And you're just a sitting target.
Yeah. These are called barbicans, and they're defensive gateway. There's one on the other side of the castle. There was one, it's gone now, but this was all part of the medieval defensive structure. This is what remains of 1226. We have local swimming pool. Actually, this was a cistern for water.
Right.
Castle, if you're surrounded, you need water, so they'd have a cistern, catch rainwater and stuff like that.
So you would have managed to leg it up here, get past the archers, and then you've got oil.
You got everything.
Burning hot oil.
Shooting arrows and throwing nasty things at you. Yeah, it would be very difficult. Well, that's probably why they didn't make it all the way through.
And then you've got to try and get through that big old bugger. And you can tell.
Well, this would have been lifted up, and you would have get here and boiling oil poured down on you and things like that. And the King's Gate, late 12th century. And now we have the keep.
What a view. I mean, you finally make it through there.
Yeah.
With 25 arrows in your backside, covered in oil and snot and feathers, and you get here, and then you meet your demise because you're not getting any further,
right.
Are you?
But the surrounding buildings are Napoleonic. If you look over, these were for barracks for the men. The round windows are officers' quarters. Square windows are for enlisted men.
Right, okay.
Look over here.
But they would have had some sort of, there would have been, so I'm guessing that medieval, there would have been walls here, and they've just added to them Napoleonic times.
Yes, basically he added on that. There was some geophys done in 2008, I think it was, where we did some ground penetrating radar, magnetic testing and earth resistant stuff all in here where you could. Now obviously you couldn't earth resist here because it's stonework, but the GPR could pick stuff up. And they found what possibly was early remaining walls of medieval structures. We found Napoleonic buildings that were here. We also, a lot of problem, there's a lot of infrastructure, there's plumbing, there's electricity, all modern stuff that runs across here too.
Ah, yeah.
So you have to be careful in interpreting what you see. drains and stuff like that run under here. So grand entrance was here. This
basically is an extra door that goes
Yep.
into the basement. You'll see it when you go
I know
through
that's
it.
where the kitchen is.
This is
Yeah.
This is the main entrance.
Yeah.
You've got the chapel.
But this is an add-on. This wasn't on the original.
when
that
you
was-
go in up to the left, that bit wouldn't have had a roof on it.
No,
that's-
that was open to the air.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and the drawbridge was there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I remember those days. One of the fixtures. Where was the graffiti?
There's, graf-
Guest chamber.
there's
Okay.
graffiti there.
Oh yeah, it's all over.
Good Lord. And that is ye olde graffiti, isn't it? That's not 1972. Oh, apart from that one, which is 1985. But the rest of it's really, really old.
Between 1702 and 1712, it was used as a prison.
Ah.
This was the War of Spanish Succession, and there were French, Flemish, and Spanish officers held here.
Right, so the gentleman that works at the castle here, just tell me that's French and Latin?
A combination.
A combination of, and says basically, Dear Mary, please
Holy Mary, please deliver us from this place.
Holy Mary, please deliver us from this place. Yeah, paraphrasing, of course, but that makes complete sense, doesn't it? That one really interests me, Bruce. That one in the middle. That's almost,
And,
that's Masonic almost, isn't it?
They had lots of time on their hand.
Masons, but also you've got the tools for the crucifixion.
Right.
Okay, so you've got the ladder, the spears, you've got the crown of thorns in the centre.
Wow.
But there are Masonic pieces here.
So, a ladder in the middle to heaven?
No, it's
To escape.
how they nailed him in.
Oh, right, okay. Well, same thing,
You have
really.
to climb up.
Yeah, crown of thorns in the middle. All of these other little symbols that we're just lost now, aren't they, in
There are
time?
various tools there, yeah.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Right, shall I? Yeah. Depictions of the Stations of the Cross. So Jesus in the tomb, empty tomb, him outside.
Uh-huh.
Depiction of the crucifixion, of course.
Yeah.
Spoke to a canon from Chichester Cathedral who studied graffiti. I was always the thoughts that this might be one of the Marys. And he said, no, the chap who was scratching himself in has put himself at the base of the crucifixion.
What arrogance.
Over the years, we've all referred to this as the snail. I was talking to him once again, and I said, because it's not a spiral, it's that loop. In my head, I can see arms and a head here.
Okay.
I said, is it the ascension or the assumption? He said, possibly a man, however, meaning I'm talking rubbish. Basically, he said, the crucifixion inverted is the tree of life. Tree of life, Garden of Eden, it might be the serpent. He said
Yeah.
that do bear in mind, as this is Stations of the Cross, it might be a representation of the motion of the stone being rolled away from the tomb.
Okay.
Various pieces he didn't know about, but he said there is crucifixion here, obviously,
Calisthenics.
and yes, these are the chaps. He said they're the two prisoners being crucified with him, but he said one prisoner was repentant, so he's larger, the other one wasn't.
Oh, wow. Man, that is important. That is so... I mean, why? It's just on the wall, you
This
know?
is basically a notice board
Yeah.
for what you're about to go into, which is the chapel.
Right, I've
Okay?
gotcha.
So it's a quick glance.
But it's such a shame that so many people just walk past that, and it's such an integral piece of amazing history.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so cool. There needs to be like a board up there explaining what that is.
The thing is, we'd have boards around.
Yeah.
Because then, where the pink stone is there, Harnstone, when it gets hot, turns pink.
Yes.
You have a nice phallus here,
Yeah.
and let's call that a group hug. It's prisoners in the early 18th century.
Right.
1701 to 14-ish were the wars in the Spanish Succession. We were imprisoned by the dates of the graffiti from 1702 to 1712.
Wow.
French, predominantly, Spanish, and some Dutch.
It's literally everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, so we have more graffiti here, and then gentleman that works here was telling me that's a calendar. These markings here. What is it a calendar for? Is that's not a day, month,
I would
week,
think
year?
that would be weeks rather than days. And,
Can you imagine if it was years. And then what did you show? What was this crest? Do you know what this crest's?
no, it's somebody's. no, but I don't know.
So
whose it
much
is.
effort.
It's French. much, obviously.
has been put into that. Fantastic. And more here, look. They all seem to be around about that time, don't they?
They are, yeah. It's a 1710 there, it's a 1707 there.
Cool.
But that one's nice because it's got a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Francois Mesnil, merchant from Cherbourg, made a prisoner the 23rd of July 1710.
He put a lot of effort into that, so he must have been really bored. He must have known.
This gent is actually on that door as a bit of graffiti, but that's not finished. So I think that he got a better offer, basically.
So these beds are so short because they slept sitting up.
They slept sitting up at that time, even though they were quite tall, over 6 feet. The thought was at that time, if you slept on your back, totally flat, your mouth opens, and that allows the devil to enter and take possession of your soul, and you'll burn in purgatory forever.
Good Lord, man. Okay, so where are we, Bruce?
We are in front of the Sanport prison, formerly called the Debtors' Prison. Was a nasty place. You wouldn't want to be interred here. The Sanport was local law enforcement. The Debtors' Prison was pretty ugly. If you couldn't pay your debts and you were sentenced to the Debtors' Prison, you were locked up in here, and the only thing they gave you was water. If you wanted to survive, you relied on friends and family to bring you food.
Wow.
And sustenance. So it's a pretty ugly place. You also had to pay rent for your time in, and then if you managed to make it to release, you had to tip the gatekeeper and
Wow.
get out. Yeah,
What that sounds like
it's pretty medieval.
yeah,
But we're
very
looking
much
right
so.
now. This is the Victorian side of it. This is built on the inside of a medieval tower, Fulbert de Dover, his tower, and part of the outer curtain wall for the castle. So we're going to wander inside. Come on in.
Camper, welcome to my abode. Oh, it's going to be
Yes,
dark.
in recent times this was married quarters, even though for some men it was still a prison.
Wow. So this is, look at that door.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
it's divided into many rooms at the moment for storage basically, but this is part of the old prison door.
You're not getting through out of that in a hurry, are you?
No.
Oh, these stairs, look. Oh, wow. What an awesome old building.
So this would be, like a room for married quarters and a couple would live here. That's in the last century.
Yeah, so this is all new, obviously. They wouldn't have had the luxury of fireplaces in the prison version of this place. And that's strange the way the angle that door goes, that wooden wall goes. So what can we see?
You can see Dover.
Dover! Hello, Dover.
This is a hatch. Leads
Ooh.
down underneath the building. It's just a dirt floor.
Oh,
And a couple of years ago we were exploring down there and found a file folder that said, "On His Majesty's service."
wow.
So we know it was left over from the Second World War.
Awesome. No treasure down there then, no?
No, unfortunately not.
I know. It's got a bit of a vibe about it. It's kind of creepy, I don't know. I'd like to do some sort of, I know that you're not a fan of or a believer in, but some sort of ghost check in here. This would be a great place to just kip in overnight.
Well, we do have ghost hunts occasionally every year.
Yes, I hear about these.
See, solid door, you're not going to escape from there. So we're in the medieval part now. This is part of the Fulbert de Dover's defensive outer work on the curtain wall.
Okay.
So that's the part we're in now. What's your step?
Yeah, no worries. Ooh, so we're going up this, it's probably a bit dark to describe it. We're going up a very narrow spiral staircase, reminiscent of the ones that we visit in the Napoleonic forts. That noise you can hear is just my bag scraping, because they were obviously a lot shorter back then. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. Whee!
This leads to the throne room.
Okay, there's a toilet here.
So, as you can see,
Oh, cool little place.
A lot of peeling paint and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This would have been another room for a married couple in the last little while.
That is crazy as well.
Sink and bathtub in here.
Right, so this would have been. So this is. Oh, that's the old bath.
Yeah.
This would have been so originally a prison, and then is it officers' wives?
I think there were NCOs that lived with their family. Lived
Right,
with
yeah.
their wives. I've seen a photograph of them sitting out front with the wives and the men and stuff.
Oh, cool.
With that, so yeah, this would have
Look
been
at that
there.
old cooker.
Not very large, but in the military, you're lucky to get.
Yeah, of course. Oh, absolutely.
Again, at a prison door.
Yeah, not getting out of that in a hurry, are you?
No.
So cool. What's up there? Treasure?
Hmm?
Treasure? Right, and we have, looks to be a cloakroom of some sort. Maybe, I don't know, a bedroom. Oh no, cloakroom. Too many.
Hang your uniforms or whatever.
I apologise for the light, I didn't bring a torch. We have this creepy corridor.
If you look at the thickness of the stone, this is the 12th century outer wall of Fulbert's Tower.
Oh, okay.
Careful of the steps here.
We've got some more stairs going down.
Circle it, and then we'll go here first.
Okay, whoa. Oh! Goes into all sorts. It's another just lovely living area. Dead end, pretty much. Okay. Oh, nice old fireplace.
Yeah, that's what I wondered where it leads to. I don't see a rope, so I don't think it's too.
Treacherous.
It's a passageway that leads to a locked door.
Ah, what's behind the locked door? Treasure.
Outside.
Any reason to have a locked door, Bruce? Oh, what a fascinating little place this is. Okay, Bruce,
So-
where are we?
This is the remains of Hurst Tower. This tower was built by Henry III, I think it was, or Henry II, one of the Henrys. After the siege, this was started in 1228, and has enhanced the defenses. If you notice, though, it doesn't look like a tower very much. Outside of the outer bailey, that you'll see all the towers are decapitated, and that was thanks to the Royal Engineers in the late 1790s. They went around and chopped all the castellated towers, making them gun platforms, because we weren't shooting bow and arrows at each other. They were firing cannons. So he got rid of the medieval nice part and then just made them plain flat.
Well, modernised them for war.
Modernized it for modern warfare. But what we're looking at now is just about 800 years old.
Yep. Wow, what's this? Is that that's a fireplace, right?
That's a Victorian insert, because if you notice, it's brick.
Oh, yeah. Up here, yeah.
That would be a chimney, because it would have been probably closed off at one time and keep the men warm in here.
So this is firstly bow and arrow hole, then a musket hole,
yeah.
and then eventually may even been some sort of rifle poked out there, but that wouldn't have been the place to do it. You would want to do that towards the coast on that particular one, but hopefully you get the point. How's that for a view?
So you had this big wall to defend the gunners here, but the gunners had a clear shot up that trench, a clear shot down this trench, so anyone trying to scale the walls quickly dealt with.
That's what we liked to do in Napoleonic time. We created these trenches, and the reason, we created moats, and that wasn't the case here, but moats are great because people have to get through the moats, and then when they're trying to get through a moat to get to a structure, be that drop redoubt, the citadel, which is up there, smoky, you've seen the videos of me doing there, they're just easy pickings, really, aren't they? Easy to shoot somebody trying to traverse a hard ditch like that.
Constable's Tower, it's built in two parts. The original medieval part, which is the outer wall, outer works, when you come up the entranceway and you get this big stone tower structure, and that was built after the Great Siege, it'd be about 1228, 1229, somewhere in there. After the Great Siege, when the King's Tower and North Tower was destroyed, they just sealed it up, and they built two other entrances.
Right.
One here on the west side,
Yeah.
and Fitzwilliam Gate on the east side. And they built side by side rather than the front, because the French attacked from there, because that was the high ground.
Ah.
Overlooked the entrance.
Right.
Fort Burgoyne is higher than
Yeah.
here. So to get away with that, they had built two
So that fort, Bergen Heights,
just across the road. yeah.
across the road. So we've had the privilege to visit that, because you can't get in there. The public can't get in there.
No.
And the guy that is the caretaker
Yes.
let us in there. Basically, we did some work for him on the site, cleaned it up for him, and he let us in. You can watch that video up there. That's the one where Tom nearly killed himself. Well, so Bruce has just asked me, what do you think this is for? I reckon being hung. Is it really?
No,
Oh, gutted.
this is what the ladies would walk up and then mount side saddle on their horse that was.
Oh, cool. Right, okay then. Oh, it's not a gallows then, or some
No,
sort.
it's
No,
not.
that's unfortunate. No, I know what that is, Bruce. That's a foot scraper, right?
Exactly. Gentlemen
Yes.
clean their boots before they enter.
Fantastic. Right, we're going into this old. And this isn't open to the public.
Welcome to my house. My wee house.
Whoa! Look at that key. That's a proper old key. Constable's Tower. Fantastic. Wow. I find a lot of them metal detecting, don't I? Unfortunately. So when I'm metal detecting, you watch my videos, you see me find things like that. That's what they were for.
Yes. So this is the entranceway. Okay, this is the entrance to Constable's Tower. It was the home of the deputy constable of the castle here over centuries. If you look at the list of constables, it goes back to Henry I. Yeah, 1100, Henry I was the first deputy constable.
Oh wow. That's back to 1100 and that's all of the names of all the constables.
And all the constables.
That is crazy.
And the last one to leave was 2015 was Brigadier Southall. He moved to Chatham. That's the command was moved to Chatham. We still have, you say, as a deputy constable, but they don't reside here anymore.
No, but they're technically by law.
They're still here, and still have rights to come here. Piece of armor, yeah. Now those were the deputy. We also have the constables.
Oh, they were the deputies.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
So we have the constables, and they go back to 1050 with Godwin, Earl of Kent. So that would be 1050. That's just 970 years ago or something.
Yeah. Then we have the French, of course.
Yep.
And the names. So Stephen de Seagrave. I wonder if that's named after.
They're the ones that came across with William,
Yeah.
or descendants of William's knights. So this is the entranceway. You'll be meet and greet here, and a few utility rooms. There's washrooms there, and storage. We can't go into the storage area. There's treasure in there. And you would walk up the grand staircase, and the plaques you see are the various coats of arms of the constables. And the various.
Oh, that's not good though, is it, mate? Like, you get all of these cool coats of arms, that lions, dragons. This dude gets a duck.
And these drawings, these sketches are important because some of these are 300 years old and they give you a good view of what castle life was back then. You know, it wasn't.
They're almost little diaries, aren't they?
Yes.
So cool.
So we'll go into the dark room. We find the lights.
Oh, this is creepy.
So this is the lounge, a sitting room. This is where, you know, the deputy constables family would sit down and watch the footy at night, you know, and
So the Queen Mother's been in here.
the Queen Mother used to live in this floor.
She used to
She
live here.
she used to live here. Her bedroom's around the corner.
No,
Yeah, she was a deputy constable.
no. Oh, she was lovely, the Queen Mum, wasn't
Yep.
she?
Very lovely lady.
Lovely lady.
So yeah, this would have been her living room at that time when she was here.
Good day to you, Mom. Get that one in there.
The real man, yeah.
The real Mom. And this is her bedroom?
These lead on to some rooms, adjoining rooms. This will probably be a morning room or sitting room. It would be, yeah, sitting here with your breakfast, croissant and tea, and
Yeah.
looking on the peons down in Dover.
Yeah. Laughing at the peasantry.
Yes. But you find a lot of these passageways are connected. Like there's another bedroom up here. And we'll notice we're now at the outer edge, so that we're in the medieval portion of the tower now,
Right, okay.
the stonework and stuff. This is the part that's almost 900 years old. There's stairs and passages everywhere. We'll explore them.
Weird place, isn't it?
Definitely.
For your ablutions. Oh no, it's not bar.
Yep. Another bedroom with its own sink. They've had to modify an 900-year-old building to make it modern living standard for
Yeah.
people. So there's a lot of false infrastructure,
Okay.
you know, walls and
Yeah, I see, yeah.
still a working kitchen. This is where we set up for our parties and stuff like that.
Wow.
Nice view of the tower.
See, if I was the Queen Mum, I would be up there. I would
Yeah.
demand that they made me a bedroom.
Yeah. Watch your foot. And here's the main hall with all the shields of the various constables surrounding the wall. The original table used to be here. It was really probably about 2/3 the size of this, and really, really thick black oak, because it was made from the old roof of the Great Tower. And now it's been moved to storage because now that this room is, you know, the public is, or events are happening here, they don't want it damaged anymore. So it's been moved to safety. And because there are people have meetings here now. The military still use it. In fact, they were in here last week. They were in for a meeting. Down to the dungeon. This is the wine and spirits room.
Oh, the most important room.
It is the most important room. Give you an idea how thick the walls are. About 3 feet at this part. Stone.
You're not getting through that in a hurry.
No,